This is a different dealership than the other video, playing tax credit games. Pricing the cars way too high, offering all this stuff secretly on the back end. Father and son reached out to me. They said they both felt really sketchy about it. They did it separate from one another. And so they're coming in. Hopefully we can help them get cars. Thanks for coming in. What's up? I wanted to hear the stories, man. Jose was telling me some stories. Tell me what happened. How much was the car you were looking at?
I think it was like 28 with the tax credit.
28 with the tax credit. So they were trying to sell you a $32,000 car and you a $42,000 car and make them tax credit worthy.
Yeah.
So just for anybody watching, they have to be under 25,000. So we weren't even close.
Yeah.
So that'd have been a hell of a trade-in you'd had to offer to get the number down. And they said, no, you can do it.
And that was the other thing. They did quote out my trade-in, and it was very insulting.
Like how much below what you thought was worth?
Probably 10 grand.
10 grand.
Yeah.
So $10,000, they call that an under allow.
Yeah.
So you have to trade in a car for $10,000 less, and you'd have had to buy a Charger that costs way more than retail. You'd had to buy $1,500 window tint.
Yeah.
You had to finance with them at 9% interest.
That was so weird because it was branded.
Yeah.
He said they couldn't even. He's like, you have to bring your own financing. So you wouldn't even do it.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So they were telling you the truth on that. That's nice. So they're 1 for 5 on the truth-telling scale.
I had looked at, I'd love to get into a Tesla for probably 6 months. So I've tried to look into the tax rebate a little bit. And like 6 months ago when I was looking at it, I remember it saying 25 grand. So I was like, but I didn't know any better. So I was like, oh, maybe I could trade it in.
The thing, man, people don't know better.
Yeah.
Come tax time, especially if these guys get audited, they're going to know better in a bad way. IRS is going to be, pay me back. Yeah, there's really 2 bad offenders. There's a few others I've heard about. It's funny, I'm getting all these DMs and all these messages from people going, that happened to me. And so I don't want to be a snitch, but at the same token, it's, man, you want to protect customers. And it's also not fair to us. Because I'm competing with $39,000 cars that I'm selling for $24,900 because I want to be legal. Who's going to pay that much more, think they're going to pay that much more for a car? I mean, nobody.
I went and test drove one Wednesday, and they had it listed at 26, so it was above it, but they didn't even mention the tax credit. So that's where I was like, maybe these...
Interesting.
That makes sense, because it's only 26 and they're not even saying anything. It wasn't a Tesla dealership or anything. But
it's the Wild West out there with these guys. And the thing is, they know. I know they know, because they're saying, oh yeah, we can get around it. We can get around it. So get around what? Really? Tell me more. Appreciate you guys coming. Are we going to try and help you get into something?
I think we've been to Tesla. We're both just kicking the tires with EVs. So I've been watching your TikToks for a long time. So really curious, just what you know. Kind of guide us.
Let's talk.
Better models, range, all of that kind of stuff.
Go for it. Hey,
what's available?
We got matching shoes, man. You got the low top version. So we got to make a deal.